Okay, take your time, head in, relax. Take a few good deep breaths when you're inside. Nice big inhales and exhales. The idea for today is that life gets so much less fun the more we try to control it. When you have that control, it just sucks the joy out of things. And interesting in breath work, there's an experience called tetany that happens sometimes, and it's when the hands clench up a little bit, and it can be a nice, pleasant experience with tingles and even healing for carpal tunnel stuff. I've had that before, but it's funny how oftentimes people that have control issues in life, tetany seems to be extra intense until they can start letting go of some of that control and just step into the flow. So think of it like trying to swim upstream, and it's like, no, I want to be in this spot. I don't want to move. Versus just enjoying the ride, letting it move you wherever the flow is. So that's the intention for today. Let go of control, do what you can do, and just enjoy the ride. Feel your body stretching, feel ourselves being present with the experience, present with the people around us. Just enjoy the ride. So that's the idea we have for today. Let's take our nice initial stretches. Arms go all the way to the back. Inhale. Exhale, lean partway to one side like a big banana. Inhale, back to long. Exhale, second side. Take a few more. Nothing dictating much except how the flow of the breath goes. And when we're back to long, stay. Right knee comes into chest. Take some ankle rolls, both directions. Leg extends up to sky, grab on. If you're wanting to include calf stretch here, grab onto where the ball of the foot is or where the toes are and pull that spot closer. By making that foot go into a more flexed position, you're able to stretch calf as well as hamstring. Enjoy that for a moment. Nothing but ease at this time. And hook right heel to back left. Hip stretch, slide the shin in. Okay, release this leg and drop it down. Left knee into chest, ankle rolls. Both directions. Leg up to sky. You can make this mostly about hamstring by focusing on how straight the leg is. Pull it in. Again, for the calf, try to make the foot more flexed. So you're trying to pull the ball of the foot closer to your head. And hook the heels, slide the shin in. Giving those hip muscles a chance to release control. At this moment, they're as relaxed as possible, and that's what helps them receive the greatest stretch. And then bring out the leg, drop it down. Now the arms kind of do a stroke action, like a backstroke, letting you push the fabric down to armpits. Leave it at armpits for now. So this first one's going to be a little bit more gentle. The head falls backwards, so we're opening the throat, the cervical spine, and just the arms falling open to each side. A couple of breaths here. The hands clasped behind the head. Scoop the chin up to chest. Counter stretch the neck. Releasing the head. We're taking one more back bend. You get to choose if you let the fabric fall deeper to the waist. I'll let you go deeper. So choose the back bend. Maybe the arms are open again, or maybe this time you're clasping the hands behind the back and letting gravity pull the hands downward to the floor. Good. Grab onto the fabric, slowly raise the head up. Come all the way into a forward fold, reaching forward to the toes. Let the head be heavy, drooping forward now. Maybe head rolls to left and to right. And as we prepare to lay back down, we're setting up for a vampire. So get the fabric over shoulders. We'll do a vampire with the splits. So fabric is covering left foot, right foot is free. And then we rise upside down. Whenever you're there, the left foot hikes down first until it can't go any further in front of your chest. Take your time. Right foot goes to the floor. Sink the weight back, helping stretch out hamstrings. Stepping right foot into the pocket, flying vampire for a moment. Do the hold with the core. And left foot to floor. Look back, vampire. Flying vampire. Good. If you'd like more time, upside down, you're welcome to play with the plow pose, scooting the hips past the shoulders, or piking back up to normal vampire. Play with any variations you'd like for a while. And just try to do flying. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, for just upside down like a plank. Okay. Yeah. So should I go all the way through with this one and then go back into the plank, or can I go straight? If you want to try that, yeah, go for it. You don't have to be in that pose. We're free form at this moment. So whatever you want, but if you want to try it, go for it. Yeah. And just as much as your core can straighten out, that's where that is. No rush to get to a seated position, but eventually we're in a nice floating child. Roll the neck over to the right shoulder. Down through the bottom, over to left. Sitting up, clasp your hands in this way such that it's the palms facing directly backwards, and just rest that on your low back. Once that's there, use that to help roll your shoulders open and back, and just pull the elbows as far back as possible, like little chicken wings going backwards. Pull the chest open for a couple of breaths. Release. Arms come to the inside, and we take a hold of the right foot. You can grab around ball of foot, extend it up, or maybe grabbing closer to the calf. This is similar to before, where you get to choose exactly what you're getting out of it. The more you're trying to get the leg straight, so even walking the hands further down the leg if you need to, the more that gets into the hamstring. The more ball of foot gets pulled toward the face, the more it's including calf. So just play with it to get your stretch to the best you can get and the spots that you want. And keep the left hand holding this leg. I usually kind of hook it to the outside of the ankle area. And then right arm is free to take a full twist, stretching to the back wall, or hooking to the fabric behind the head, whatever works. This one's one that can sometimes get IT band as you continue to let that leg pull in a crossed position, like it's trying to go to top left corner of mat. And release, face forward, get a hold of left leg. The same thing. See where the best grip is. Play with whether you're experiencing hamstring or calf. Notice how it evolves over time without necessarily controlling the outcome. And hooking the right hand to the outside of the ankle or foot. Left hand circles all the way back. And release. Facing back forward, arms to the back. Clasp hands just normal way behind the back. Hands to the right hip or right waist. Right ear to the right shoulder. There's a time that I took a test in college and I walked out and I didn't realize until I was walking to my car that my shoulders were clear, hiked up to my ears. So sometimes that's where we hold our control, is in our shoulders. So just letting them push down, letting the head turn. And we'll start to switch. The head slowly raises, hands to left, and head to left. Head rises, and we'll exit. You choose if you'd like to just simply exit out the front or flip all the way back. Beautiful. So leave the fabric over the front of each shoulder. Taking some circles around, so like a hug, circle around. I like to go twice, but you don't have to necessarily go high for this one because higher will make it a little harder. So just a nice grip, twice wrapped. And what we'll do here is like a little hop. We hop with one knee coming closer and then the other knee. And you just do the best type of pull-up that you can. You need to take little breaks, open your hands, take a finger wiggle, and you start back over again. Okay, one more time. One knee up, exhale. Second knee up. Good. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Get one more each side. Good work. Release the hands. Pelvic out in front of you. Good. Grab on. Shoulder, the grip is a little bit wider than shoulders. Bend forward for a moment. Catch the breath. Soften through those hamstrings. Okay, raising up. The grip go a bit wider, just helping out with balance. The toes stay facing forward. We're gonna slowly lift up the heels. Slowly set them back down. We don't just slam down, we're trying to use the core muscles to go up and down. If you want to make it harder, you can barely use the fabric. It's almost like it's just there if your balance completely loses. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's one that you can do just for brushing teeth, not super hard to add it into the day. Step left foot forward, stay on the right toes in the back. And then again, this is mostly just for balance, grabbing onto the fabric, but you're pushing that right heel back as far as you can until you feel the calf stretch on the right. So if you need to widen your stance a little bit so that you can push back without the heel on the ground, that's an option. And let the front knee be bent for this one. Okay. Now we're transitioning to a spot where we can, again, use the fabric for balance. We're leaning forward and we're going to switch like this. The right knee goes up and then tap. And up and tap. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay at the front for a moment. Again, using fabric for balance. Try to see if you can do a calf lift for the foot that you're standing on. It's a bit harder to do just one foot. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land the right foot at the back. This time the front leg is straight. And just lean forward. Pyramid. Option to lift up the front toes and ball the foot to get into the calf a bit more. Sometimes that doesn't feel comfortable on the bones, so you don't have to. Bending the left elbow down to the ground. The right arm sways up and over to that left side. And come back through the center. Rise torso up. Step feet back together. And let's take 10 more slow calf lifts. And slowly down. Control it with your calves. 9. Again, you don't have to give much fabric. 8. Makes it harder. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And this time, right foot forward, left foot. It's on the toes so that we can push the heel back into a calf stretch. That knee's nice and bent for this first one. Lean the torso forward, preparing for right leg to take the weight. And come up to balance, left knee up. Round toes. Lots of control. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Stay. Try to lift up onto the ball of the right foot. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land the foot back. Do straight legs this time. Pyramid, lean forward. Option to lift up ball of the front foot. Isn't that what the whole of life is to find that balance between when do I exert control, when do I release? Bring right elbow down, left arm sways up and over. Okay, and rise. So with this last one for some leg strengthening, you get to choose if you don't have socks on and you can just step wider than your mat without slipping. You're welcome to step wide. Otherwise, face to the center of the room and just use the fabric the way that helps you balance again. So you're turning your toes outward like a 45-degree angle. And we're going back and forth between two things. We're going in a deep plie and then up and then lift the heels and then heels down. Down and up. Down, up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Facing back forward, hip hang, fabric across hip bones. Look forward, drop hands down. And let's start off with standing splits when you get there. So hands down, right foot wide, and wrap right toes around the fabric. Always kind of lift the other toes up for a second while you grab your fabric. I'm gonna try to set the toes back down. Bring the right foot up, left foot down like it splits. I can help you catch your foot if you want. That's okay. I just think we feel my stomach.
I know.
Yeah. Try to get it down to bones so that way it never pushes into guts.
All I have is guts. Wait, so.
Fair enough. Good. Those that are up, if you want to release hands to grab the bottom half, you can do that. That does a nice pressure on the hip flexors here. Hands down. And slowly release right. Left wraps and lifts. Good variation for standing. Good. And once you're there, right toes return to the ground at least for a little while. Push everything up. And let try grabbing onto left. Okay, hands down. You want a little bit longer with hip hang, go for it. If at any point you're ready to be up already, just take fabric behind your back. This is a chance where you can open the chest backwards. Always have the option to clasp hands behind your back if you'd like. Get the hands pulled away from glutes if you're taking that one. work. And you feel ready to stand. Flip fabric out in front. Let's take right ankle inside. Option to just lean forward or higher grip for split. Your choice. Weight back over standing leg. Left hand grabs right, or you can push on the outside of right. Right arm opens back. That's it. And facing forward. Up forward another foot or so. We're trying to find the spot where when the leg opens up to the side, it just kind of stays at the side. It doesn't sink back forward. So keep on hopping until you find that perfect standing spot where it just kind of hangs out there. And then bunch up both hands to both shins. Left hand up. Right hand down. This is enough. Just stay. If you want more, keep on sinking weight to the side. And weight back over the center. Keep on gripping with the left hand, the closer one. Leg swings behind, and then the right hand grabs the second strand once it's behind your back. Simple quad stretch first. Just lean back. The knee just continue to tilt down. Right. So option for either dancer's pose. So that would be hands closer to the shoulder, lean forward and then kick into the fabric, or hands higher, legs straight behind, and then sink weight back like a backward split. So the chest open naturally here. Good work. And let the leg come all the way forward. Swinging switch. Second foot in. Leg is straight. And option to just lean forward or hands higher for splits. Rising torso up or over standing leg. Grab right hand to left or right hand pushes on the outside of left. Arm opens up behind. And facing back forward, hop forward. And the spot where the leg just hovers off to the side. Once you find that spot, bunch up both strands, right hand up, left hand down. Option to stay or sink more weight to the side. Torso up, right hand grips closer. Right swings behind, and then the left hand grabs the other. Easy quad stretch, just lean backwards. And standing over balanced leg. Either hands to shoulders for dancer or hands up for the back splits. And come back over your standing leg. Leg swings around in front, free the leg out. Let yourself slowly release the fabric as needed. You take the fabric up, so that nice stretch, chest opening. You'll slowly slide the fabric down as needed, slowly letting it go lower until there's not any more that it can go. And then just bend the elbows to send it through. So from here, walk forward with the elbows catching the fabric. Either option to plank forward at this point, finding the intensity that you like for opening the front of the chest, or reset the grip, letting the fabric slide to the hands, taking it that way. Either way, the chest is opening. You control the intensity. Walking the feet backwards makes it more intense. Walking the feet forwards makes it less intense. Okay, starting to head backwards. Under plumb line. Lift the thumbs in. And put a straddle back. Taking the fabric across the sacrum. 1 foot steps back. Bend the knees. Take the weight onto the fabric. And tiptoe forward 2 or 3 times. And then as you're balancing their hands up, knees wide. Deep breath. Okay. Take your time just practicing that part. Those that are upside down, the first thing we're going to do here is just play with the hands there. So plant the hands, rest the toes. And all at once, we have a control moment. The legs and the arms straighten. Squeeze the thighs inward. Releasing the arms, the legs still squeeze the same. Maybe you swing. Passing hands behind back. Really nice. And then from that point, it's free form. You can choose to stay. You can choose to come out at any point. Yeah. Taking that version is great. So we have to spot you. Just keep looking. Yeah. Yeah, see how the balance is there? Yeah, that's it. It's like a balance point where you just have to find that balance. Good work. Good job. Beautiful, beautiful. That's it. Nice and slow. I like that one. I just always can't get it to like stay where I need it. Yeah, exactly what you found is, yeah, try to tilt back until you find that point where you can still balance. But yeah, that's how I. Now you two that are hanging, you're probably going to want to be here for a little while longer. So those of you that are out, let's come down to a kneeling spot so I can give you another chest opener. So you're kneeling, the arms are open at a down angle, and then you just sink your hips forward. Doesn't feel like it got the right spot on your armpits, you can always reset. Just relax back into it. Good. Just like she shifted, you can bring the weight back over the center, slip the fabric back to elbows, and then it's similar to before, where keeping weight over the knees and just dropping down makes it less intense on the skin of the inner elbows. Or yeah, just like that. Yeah, you can even slip the hands backwards. Your head as much time as you need. Your head feels okay. Wave out the back. Take the right leg in front, all the way along the spine. Don't want to be too far behind plumb line, otherwise you're kind of struggling just to stand upright. Hop right up to it. Both arms inside, elbows push outward so that it lifts the leg up. Stretching through all those beautiful muscles on the leg. And then this torso rises back up. Swivel this knee like a pigeon pose. The heel comes closer. Both elbows continue to dive all the way past the front. Good. And then the back toes slide back. And you're pushing forward on the foot, so it sets up a nice stretch for the arch of the bottom of the foot. Did a bit of balancing today, so that's a nice stretch, a little gift for the foot. You can stay there or shift to quad stretch by taking the left hand to the left foot behind the back. And if that's not enough, continue to pull the knee backwards. Yeah, grabbing for the pants is effective too. Try to flex your foot that's in it a little bit more, and that'll help to engage the muscle in a way that protects it. Okay, and then option to take a lotus. So either grip low, left foot swivels in front, or stack the left foot. Yeah. Yeah, maybe even cover up to your glute. That might help to support everything a little more. Yeah. Okay, and as left foot drops down, slide it back. This is like a pigeon pose. So either just stay here, or if you want the pigeon to go deeper, slide the fabric closer to knee. That'll let the hips drop a little bit lower. Gets it deeper. And foot that's on the floor, hop it underneath your body. Take your time safely coming out. Wave it out. And left leg in. Good there, both elbows inside. Elbows push outward. Lifts the leg up. And as you start to swivel the knee out, you can already flex the foot. Basically, we're avoiding a sickled foot. So flex the foot. That just starts to engage the muscles in a good way to protect the knee. Elbows forward. And slide the toes on the floor back. And push forward, stretching through all that fascia on the bottom of the foot. Stay or take quad stretch. Stay or take lotus. The foot can be low, the foot can be stacked. It just depends on your body, how the hips are doing today. So even just moments of release. It's like you don't have to hold on quite so much. Let your body float. And dropping the leg down to a back angle, lean forward. Pigeon pose, you choose the depth. Deeper is sliding the fabric back down to the knee. The foot on the ground slides underneath the body. Rise. Leg comes out. Step in front. Good inhale, just circle up to the sky, slight back bend. Bends to the heart. And elbows open up to each side. Hold for just a moment. And hands back to heart. Grab the fabric, wave it out. About half of it in your hands. And we'll head back to floating Shavasana if you want that version. If you'd prefer to lay on the ground today, that's always fine. Settling down to Shavasana. More so than any other point in class, this is the chance to release control. Nothing to do. Enjoy breath. Enjoy breath. Enjoy presence. Here we begin to deepen inhales, deepen exhales. Let's introduce movements to the body that feel really good. Stretching out in ways that feel helpful. Another minute or so, just continuing to return. Eventually, we're joining together in a comfortable seated place, but not a sense of rush to get there. We join our hands together in front of the heart. We return back to our intention, letting go of control, and just be so much more joyous. We can return to simple presence, letting go. There was a headache I had last night, and I found just a gentle acupressure point to just lightly touch on my forehead, focusing on that spot rather than the pain, rather than trying to control the pain, rather than trying to force anything that I wanted. Just focus on the spots that feel good, flow into those spots instead. Ease back into just presence with everything that is okay. And in that way, within a few hours, I was able to release that headache. So just recognizing the more we try to control things, the more hard life becomes, and vice versa. With this idea to lead us on, we wrap up the time we shared together with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. Om. we be filled with light and happiness and peace. Namaste.
Mhm.